some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like I'm immune to everybody. This is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the 50s like hated the
It's time for the NFC, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Philadelphia. It's the Vikings and the Eagles, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game.
With a chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt. Now in year number 6.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. The back deep for Philadelphia, Devontae Smith. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here are the Eagles now, backed up to start their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And just in case you didn't know in the days leading up to the NFC title game, you definitely know now. No rookie quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl. But this is getting towards uncharted territory. This is a monster deal. If this offense believes in it, which I believe that it does, they could be the ones to break that streak. And having spent time around this team, I'm starting to believe they're going to get it done.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a 1st down here, right? Pick up a 1st down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 7 yards there, 1st down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. 2nd year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got a man, 31-yard gain.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll look to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles have struck first in this NFC title game. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne, 59 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He hit on all 6 of his passes on that opening drive, including the final throw for a touchdown, as his guys start here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
To take it the distance. That short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run on the draw. Not enough there for a 1st. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles had taken the lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not getting the first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's more than halfway there. We're only
of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs squaring off against the Buffalo Bills. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. On second down, they'll run it here. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now Chargers get in gear.
Field and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They'll look to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Fighting through it, he's got space. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from the game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age. But then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Down inside the 40. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw here on first down. They're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw again. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S. Because I don't care if you're a great tackler, you had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal back out of his game.
That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
2nd and 5. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Folks, 249 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Right back to him on first down. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff running through the middle. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll set up a throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody.